They make a ton of.
Just put it in the freezer and keep it only for you, and then it won't seem so expensive.
I have a feeling no one else will want to eat it. Sherry's like, you're not going to eat it soft, you're going to eat it toasted, because that's how it's best. She's like, but give it a try, you might like it. I get my gluten-free English muffins, and they're in the freezer. And they're not like Thompson's Nooks and Crannies, they're more like a crumpet, so they're a little fluffier. But I had it toasted with a scrambled egg and cheese on top of it for dinner, like Friday or Saturday night. It was pretty good. It gave the feel. It's dry. It's just a little drier. And I asked her, I said, why is that? Because like butter and oil are gluten free, and they make things like soft and good. And she said it's the grain. And she said wheat also makes things soft. Wheat is softer.
Yeah.
She said that's why your cereal gets soggy. It's wheat, it gets soft.
In that book, and I saw it in the paper the other day, but I saw the guy on public television. It's called Grain Brain, and it has to do with aging and Alzheimer's and how people didn't used to, our ancestors didn't do, that this whole grain thing has become more prevalent because it's easy. And it's really taken on a big, but we didn't used to. I don't know what they did. I can't imagine that they didn't have some sort of grains, but I guess it probably wasn't wheat. It must have been grains that weren't wheat.
Well, the thing is they did have wheat, or if they did have wheat, it wasn't processed.
And that's it.
Enriched never happened.
Can you have wheat if it's not processed?
No. Gluten is in wheat, and what people are typically allergic to is gluten. It's the protein of wheat.
Okay.
But Sherry's saying you can't find that. Like, their problem is now we've even bred the wheat to be easier to process. Like, we've completely butchered the wheat. And Sarah Harris...
Sherry sounds like she's...
She is, yeah.
Not everywhere, maybe, but...
Right.
Parts?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure she loves being able to share this information and help somebody, too.
She's like, I almost called you this weekend to see how you were doing. I didn't want to bother you, but I wondered, And she's like, girl, I'm going to tell you, there's a certain kind of muffin, and it's frozen, and it's chocolate, and you can sink your teeth into it, and it's so good. She said, I want you to get a box of those, and I'm going to write down the name. I want you to get a box and keep them in your freezer, and when you feel like you're going to lose it, you're going to go and you're going to get that, and even if it's just a half, you're going to love eating that. Because, she's like, you can't...
See, I would love to do it, but I don't know how I'd...
why? If you're not sick, why?
Excuse me.
Just because it sounds so healthy, and that digestive thing, and I think I've got that. There's this thing you get older, it's like this leaky gut kind of stuff, and it's like, your whole digestive, I can tell my whole digestive tract is just, I don't feel as healthy as I used to, and that bothers me.
Sarah Harris that I work with, she's going gluten-free. She's having all this kind of testing done, like she's having a biopsy done and all this. She takes so many laxatives and still only goes not very often.
How long has that been happening?
Poop issues. A long time.
So, me since childhood, so I feel like, but then again, it's like, but you never know. Like, Doc, I'll never forget her words. I guess. I hope I never do, Grant. It's when I had that bladder infection from not wanting to go to the bathroom at the Blomers. I would hold it all day, and I ended up with a big, bad UTI or bladder infection. And she said, it's not a good time of life to aggravate your body, Connie. That's like Stephen that time when I told him.
How do you spell mermaid?
And it was just something in the way he said it that it was like,
right.
Smarmy?
Smell what, honey? Mermaid? M-E-R.
Don't do that.
M-E-R-M-A-I-D.
Mermaids.
Mermaid.
It's a Smurmy mermaid.
I
It's a
don't
Smurmaid.
know. We'll see how it goes.
Like he keeps on burping
Further.
on stuff.
But the other, I talked to one of the other moms there at the autism thing who's been eating gluten-free for a year, and she said she tested negative for celiac, but whatever the protein, the allergen is in the protein in the gluten, she was like off the charts allergic to that. And so she said she went through all these tests because she was low on vitamin D, she was anemic. They tested her gallbladder because her stomach hurt all the time. Like, she went through all these tests, and then she started eating gluten-free, and she said within 48 hours, she's like a totally different person.
That's just.
I know.
Do you feel? I mean, you're telling me that these things are happening, but do you feel differently? Do you feel a little springier, lighter,
More energy?
energetic?
I don't know that I necessarily feel more energetic. Right now, I'm so allergy-ridden that, like, I'm
it
very
doesn't
preoccupied
matter.
by this. My eyes are constantly burning, and so it's just making me feel ick.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, I just feel... I mean, the biggest thing for me is that my stomach doesn't hurt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
My stomach hurts all the time.
And that really will help you because pain is stress.
Right.
Pain
Yeah.
is stress.
So, you know, like, we haven't gone out to eat yet. We haven't, like...
Well, that's what I was going to say. How would you go to Olive Garden?
Well, that's probably a place you wouldn't go. Or you get
Well,
salad.
eggplant parmesan.
But
and
I think
salad.
It's probably breaded.
Well, what if you had just a little bit of gluten? It
Yeah.
doesn't throw everything off, does it?
Yeah, then you're going to feel sick. If you're, like, allergic or intolerant.
You're going to feel
You
sick,
have
but it's
it.
not going to undo everything you did. I mean, every once in a while, because I don't know how I'd eat a piece of pizza, and I am not doing.
Gluten is
There's
a
no way I'm doing
protein
without
that
pizza.
lingers in the body for months.
Really?
So in order to be truly gluten-free, you have to eat gluten-free for like 6 months. And then it's out of your body.
Gee.
It's a commitment.
Then what difference does it make if you have a little bit?
Because then you're
Because
never
then you're
really
still
gluten-free.
purging.
It's still in there.
I
And
see,
your
then it
body's
just
still
takes you
reacting,
longer.
and you're still-
Yeah.
That is pizza. I was like, I told Sherry, I'm like, I'm going to miss pizza. Like, I don't love it. But, like, I'm going to miss that. And she said, there's really good frozen ones. $8 for a frozen pizza.
See, but I think just like organic was, and still is a bit more, but I think as gluten-free, because I think that will be, people will be seeking more and more gluten-free. I think that'll come down too. But, excuse me, I know it doesn't help. Okay, what was I going to say from the rosacea thing?
Yeah, but pizza, I know, and it's the bready. And, you know, there are many gluten-free flours. So there's like rice flour and
Oh, yeah, almond flour.
almond flour, pecan flour. I have a box of crackers that are gluten-free. It's those nut thins. Like, if you ever see those on sale or clearance.
I will. They're good, I think. I think I've gotten those before.
I got a pecan one. It's fantastic. I've been eating that with cheese and loving it. So, like, my lunch today at school, it bothered me I didn't have anything. Oh, no, I had asparagus. So I took the asparagus, because that was fine. Deviled eggs, those crackers, and the string cheese.
Oh, yeah. It seems like you get a whole lot
It's
of
fine.
stuff.
The thing is, I'm still doing my Fitness Pal. I'm gluten-free and my Fitness Pal. So I'm still counting calories and all of that kind of thing. Because I don't want it to be just like, oh, okay, there's no gluten and butter. Awesome. Let's have, like,
Well, I know.
you
You
know,
kind
like,
of.
you can't.
And if you like rich, and you don't mind rich,
I don't.
you start to miss it because all this light stuff, you need something to it. But I think as the weather is changing and everything, your body stops craving the heavy stuff. I swear it's a seasonal thing. Maybe get those cupcakes and see if.
But like tonight.
But you still got to watch calories. You're right.
Right.
Just because it's gluten free.
Right.
But that's where, like veggies and.
It's not the same.
No,
It's
it
not
isn't.
the
I know.
same.
But certain
But it's
veggies, Brussels sprouts, slaw, it's more of a mouthful kind of stuff. Denser vegetables.
But this is like I have never been one to pick up a chip as my go-to. It's a cookie. It's the soft. I like that soft feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But Sherry was telling me like all the instant puddings.
Violet likes soft.
The instant puddings and stuff. I bought a couple of them because those are gluten-free. So like you make chocolate instant pudding with low-fat milk and a thing of Cool Whip on top. Awesome.
That
Super
is.
soft, fill your mouth.
How about and rice? How about tapioca?
Probably you just have to read that like the custard was made
Jell-O.
with flour.
Jell-O.
Made with cornstarch is okay.
But yeah, corn.
Oh, you can eat ice cream. You can eat because there's no wheat in ice cream. So like getting a sweet is not a problem. But I don't love that. I love a cake and a cookie. That butter, flour, sugar combination is my favorite.
Raven's allowed to eat cake when
Or
she
those
gets her
cookies you
braces
did with the
because
oats.
it's squishy.
She does.
Excuse
Violet,
me,
I owe you a kiss, Violet. And what was it?
Will you continue?
He keeps on burping out stuff.
In the
Like
machine
he
it
burps out
was.
Band-Aids.
We need to make some more of that
Those.
and corn and lime
But
and
Yeah, that is
he
good.
put some
burps
red
out beach
onion.
balls.
And we could put little, you don't like peppers, but
But see, look, I bought gluten-free pretzels to make that pretzel jello salad. So
how much were they? Were they a whole
It was
lot?
$3 for an 8-ounce bag. Significantly more.
He burps out teddy bears. Look, he burps out teddy bears.
Well,
I'm the only one that eats this way, and so it's not like it's a whole family.
Yeah,
He
that's
burps
true.
out teddy bears.
We gotta read this book. Show Grammy. Look at this. This is not your typical dragon, and instead of breathing fire, he breathes out things. He's breathing out bears.
oh,
He's
cute.
breathing out beach
He's
balls.
breathing out beach balls.
That's a great book.
Marshmallows at a campfire.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh, he's breathing
I
out
thought about
bubbles.
that. Rice Krispie
He
treats.
breathes
That's
out
right,
bubbles. Look, he's breathing out bubbles.
That is so like.
He breathes out bubbles.
So yeah, you can still get your starch because you can have potatoes,
Look.
corn, and rice.
He's breathing out bubbles.
Look at that guy. Did he swallow a bar of soap?
He breathes out Band-Aids at the doctor.
Have you noticed?
Here he is breathing out marshmallows.
Things. Have you noticed that?
Some lady smiled today.
No,
We were
no,
walking
no.
into Lowe's.
Not like that.
Oh.
There he is
Have you
breathing
noticed?
out marshmallows.
Little. I'd have to think about it.
There he is
I want you to
breathing
watch
out
'cause I have.
marshmallows.
Yeah, it's
He's
that
breathing out marshmallows.
compulsive.
It's not. Yes, yes. I was
Look,
telling the girls at work today that
there
I
he is
noticed
breathing
it.
out marshmallows.
Well, I remember I told you there have been times that I've.
Yes, but have you
Look.
noticed that? Now that you think about it in that regard,
He's breathing out. He's breathing out
I'm wondering if that
marshmallows.
doesn't trigger. Breathing out marshmallows. He can
we'll at
come.
least read some of it. I'm gonna go make dinner, but we're gonna.
Wait a
at
minute,
least
something
read
happened
some
here.
of it.
Yeah, I need to get back to
Because the other
Italians.
night,
Here.
like-
I'm going to type 2 more sentences and then I'm going to be done.
When
I'll
we
save
went-
There we go. Okay, here.
When we went to the outlet mall,
Mm-hmm.
we were in the car, and I rushed off.
She told you how many times?
Yeah. And the other night we were watching a show in my bed, doing her nails, and I heard it. She was kind of whispering it. And it was the knobs on the dresser.
Well, that could have just been because she's.
When you're watching a show, did you see that? And you're like,
Yeah,
And then
I think
she
she's
was
really
like,
fascinated with it. She
Yeah, but even
Forget.
That's
said, I can't
weird.
keep counting them because it's too many.
But even
The need to do it. Yeah.
And that's what you said.